Hey guys, it's been a while and I'm back, and I feel like I've been saying that for God knows how many years. I apologize in advance for not being able to be consistent with my YouTube channel, and that's mainly because I thought maybe I had no future being on YouTube. There came a point in my life where I thought maybe YouTube wasn't for me, and I had that mentality for years, and then finally, like, a lot of people were, seeing a lot of the when I started uploading the podcast on YouTube, and I was going through college, working in media, working in this field that experts in YouTube are doing right now. The more people kept encouraging me to kind of come back and start YouTube again. And the truth is, I've always wanted to come back, but I've never really had the passion for it, because when I was young, making these stupid how-to videos that are still on my channel as of today, it was me just goofing around. There wasn't any passion, there wasn't any sort of sense of creativity there. It was just me thinking, like, I really wanted to do YouTube without any sort of plan or organization or anything. And while having that train of thought isn't necessarily a bad thing, I just feel like now that I'm older and more mature a bit, I'm kind of just like at the point in my life where I'm just like, I want to take it a bit more seriously, especially like given how easily people can get, into controversy on YouTube. I felt like having that big break or pause, or just that me just stopping YouTube altogether was necessary, because I feel like if I kind of went on with this crazy how-to stuff or whatever, these projects that I had when I was a kid doing YouTube, I feel like I would have gone off the rails and ended up in hot water in some way or another. So I felt like I just needed to kind of reestablish myself with how I was doing YouTube just for the longest time. And it's been one heck of a roller coaster, but finally I just decided I kind of wanted to get back into it. Unfortunately, when I told people that, I wanted to get back into it, they kept suggesting something that I didn't want to hear, but I felt like it's vital for me to do moving forward, and that is start a new channel. Now, when I had to look at it, why would I want to start a new channel? I feel like I've already built a pretty big community on here on Adam Redfire. Like, why would I want to start one? And part of it was looking at how YouTube works statistically, how the algorithm is now. It's messed up. I hate it. But I have to keep in mind, a lot of the times YouTube likes to push out the new stuff. It's not just a matter of, what piques your interest. It's also like what's new that people want to see, because if YouTube just keeps pushing out the same YouTubers and same styles of videos, eventually people are going to get bored one way or another. And I looked at it like that, and I thought maybe it's best if I do start a new YouTube channel with a lot more organization involved, instead of just making whatever video kind of came into mind. A lot of the times you see channels that do a mix of gaming, podcasting, commentary, and all kinds of stuff, and it's just like it's off the rails. It's not necessarily that the channel is bad, it's just if people don't see a sense of organization, or at least a sense of clarity in their videos, it's hard to garner an audience or garner a community with your channel. It's very difficult, because it's like nobody knows what to expect, but it can be very, very daunting to your audience if you're just posting all kinds of videos that one contradicts the other. There has to be a sense of style, a same sense of theme or genre that you're producing with your videos, and I finally kind of got around to understanding that, and it allowed me to just kind of tell myself I need to slow down with what I'm doing on YouTube and kind of just like stick to something. I mean, I went from how to get rid of your siblings to creepypasta recordings to the podcast and all kinds of stuff. And it's just been one nightmare after another. It's just been, me goofing around. And I look back on who I was as a kid back in 2016, 2017, and, I won't say I'm ashamed, because having those videos being made when I was a kid allowed me to understand what I was doing right and what I was doing wrong. And I'm not ashamed of it, but if anything, I'm kind of glad I did those videos just to understand that, hey, do this temporarily, but don't do it forever, you know? Some people really like it, and some people just mess around with me. Some people just like to make fun of me for those videos, and I'm all up for it. But the more I realize, the more grown up I am, the more I realize I need to be just a little more mature and concise with my videos, so that way I don't, end up in the same pitfall that I was with this channel, going all over the place, just doing whatever, was convenient for me to do at whatever convenient time. And I just feel like, nowadays there just needs to be some kind of style of videos that makes sense to me so that it makes sense to you. And to put it in perspective, I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna make a new channel after so much consideration and painful thought and suggestions from my friends, my family, and whatnot, people, and the algorithm and how it works. I've just decided, okay, I'm gonna make a new channel. Now, bear in mind, I'm not abandoning this channel entirely. I'm not quitting it. I'm not deleting it. This channel is just going to be used more for convenience and not in a mandatory sense. I just feel like, for me, I kind of need to start at base one with what I want to do and just stick to it. Stick to something that I enjoy, that makes sense, that's clear and concise. So, ironically enough, my Gmail storage, this is kind of off topic, but my Gmail storage kind of ran out on this account. And I was like, all right, let me make a new account just to get email notifications and whatnot. And I had a second account. I called it my writer's account because I wanted to write stories and post it on the internet. But I was really just using it just to get email notifications from various websites where they needed my email, and I needed to get updates or verification codes or whatever. So I found out, I had that channel, and I was like, wait a minute, I want to start a new channel. Why not just use that channel that's just for email notifications and just upload videos there? And I was like, you know what? Why not? I was just talking to myself at that point and saying, you know what? Let's do it. Let's start from scratch. So the new channel name is my pen name, essentially. You know how like authors have pen names, or even just any person in general has like a nickname with their initials, similar to like J.K. Rowling, J.K. Simmons, J.R.R. Tolkien. I thought, I kind of created my own just for the convenience. If I ever wrote stories, I'd just have a pen name because people are more than likely to mispronounce my last name, which is Al-Khatib, if any of you are curious. So I kind of created my own pen name, which was just rearranging the first two letters, my first name and my last name, switching the position. So now my new username is A.H. Adams, and I'm just going to be using that username from now on, I guess. I'll still have Adam Redfire, I'm not abandoning that, but for the most part, when it comes to where I'm going to be uploading my videos, where I'm going to do most of my work, my projects, I'm just going to have it probably labeled as A.H. Adams, which is just my pen name, and that's the new channel name that I have created, A.H. Adams. It's just, there's nothing on it. There's, as I'm speaking right now, I might make a video right after this talking about the new channel, but for now, I'm on, I just want to make a video just addressing where I'm going to be, so that if anybody still wants to see the content that I'm making, majority of it is going to be on that second channel, A.H. Adams, just because I think I just want to start fresh and be more concise and be more consistent, of course, with my videos, and not just go all over the place with my content, just because I feel like it can be very daunting, it can be very frustrating and very tiring trying to constantly want to upload videos and not have an idea of what exactly I'm uploading. So I've decided, I think the type of content that I'm going to go for on A.H. Adams is just simple commentary videos. I've been fortunate enough to have quite a bit of equipment on my hands. Not that equipment's all that it needs is what you need to succeed. You just need a bright personality. But recording audio and video is much easier than it sounds. Easier said than done. But finally, I got this pretty good mic, pretty good camera, nice functioning computer, and I just decided, you know what? I have all the items at my disposal. I just need to just do it, you know? With YouTube, I just need to get out there and just do it. No hesitation, no regrets, no looking back. You know, obviously learn from what you're going to be uploading and be, you know, aware so that you don't end up somewhere you don't want to be. But just go with it, you know, enjoy the process as best as you can and just be the best version of yourself that you can be. I know it sounds very corny to say that, but that's honestly the best way to look at it, because nowadays people are just using YouTube for their own benefit and they go off the rails and they're, you know, they let money and fame do all the work for them. And that's not what I want to be, you know. I want to make that video so that I can tell my future self that, hey, listen, you know, if you ever end up making it big, don't forget where you came from, okay? And right now, you know, I'm just struggling to get through life and college and whatnot. I'm grateful for, you know, the life that I have right now, and, you know, I'm hopeful and I'm patient for the future, but, you know, I think I just need to kind of do YouTube with the hopes that I end up having a big break somehow, and, you know, end up helping a lot of people, but also helping a lot of my family and friends. And given how the world is right now, I feel like the best way I can do that is kind of be a life coach, you know? I'm not necessarily the kind of guy fit to give people advice, but I feel like I'm a whole different person when I'm on the internet, in which I want to be a voice of hope for people, to uplift them and, you know, just enjoy life for what it is. And I feel like I just don't want to be like a full-blown, you know, motivational speaker and have people make these like motivational edits with like epic music and stock videos of people running or jumping or God knows what. I just want to be a guy that, you know, when it comes to the content that I'm going to be producing on the second channel, I just want to be able to like address various topics within the life, within the community, within myself that I've experienced, and just talk about it, you know. I just want to be a talking channel. That's all I want to be. I love to talk when it comes to audio and narration. You know, media has always been a big part of my life, and I want to, you know, have that experience of just being able to be presentable, both in real life and on the internet. And I feel like that's kind of what I want to be doing right now with that channel. Just be a speaker, you know, just be a presenter for people to enjoy. So that's kind of the content that I'm going to be going for on the second channel. I'm going to be nervous as hell right now, as I am right now, and I'm just going to be nervous in general. But I think it's a growing process that really makes the difference when you do videos. Nobody's first videos, at least the first 100 or even the first 1,000 videos, are the best. But as you see with every popular YouTuber, they grow. And most of the time, the people that stick to a good moral basis are genuinely nice people that have good intentions, end up growing for the better. And that's what I want to be right now. I want to be a better individual by doing YouTube. And I feel like that's just what this video is just going to be, a reminder to tell my future self, like, this is where I came from. Don't lose yourself, okay? Don't fall off the wrong path. And I feel like that's the beauty of making this video right now, is just telling myself, like, you know, hey, don't forget where I came from, and just make sure that wherever I end up, it's for the greater good. And with that being said, then becomes the idea of, like, what do I plan for the future of me being on YouTube? Let's say I end up making it, you know, I have a big break and whatnot. What's next? Well, the truth is it's kind of big news, but it's not happening anytime soon. But my dream, or my hope for what I plan to do with my videos afterwards, is I want to start a charity organization. I know that's kind of a broad statement to say, or a big statement to say, but it's honestly what's been lurking in the back of my mind as to what I want to do if I end up being successful on YouTube, both financially and, of course, motivationally and whatnot. And when it comes to money, you know, I'm obviously looking for ways to make money off of YouTube as of now, but that requires a big community as well as a big voice to be recognized on the internet. So it's a waiting game, but it's a game that, you know, I'm passionate about, and I think when it comes to me end up getting rich off of YouTube, if I ever end up getting rich off of YouTube, I want to start some kind of philanthropy or charity organization to help out people. You know, I feel like charity is very important, not just to the world itself, but to me personally. I'll go into detail later on in another video or whatnot, talking about, you know, what it is charity is and how important it is, or what charity is to me and why it's so important. But I think charity allows me, or allows people, to just generally understand the value of money, that money is not everything. Sure, it buys happiness. Anybody that tells you money doesn't buy you happiness is an idiot, but if you let greed overtake you with money, it becomes a nightmare. And I don't want greed to take over my life or my career and my future for whatever it might be. So I just kind of want to remind myself that if I end up getting rich off of YouTube, I'm not sounding like I am. I'm just saying anything could happen, and if I end up getting lucky and getting a lot of money, I want to tell myself and tell future me, don't keep a lot of the money. Make sure you try and donate it, you know? I'm Middle Eastern, and I think in terms of who I want to give the money to, I want to help out a lot of the Middle Eastern countries, especially the third world countries that are in dire need of food, water, shelter, and money, of course, just to, you know, help out, be a helping hand. I don't want to, you know, sound like, you know, I've got it all prepared and I have an idea of like what I want to do. No, I don't. I don't have the slightest clue as to how to actually prepare a charity organization, let alone, you know, ask people to donate to my charity. The big thing is I don't want to make it seem suspicious. I just want to be straightforward and as honest as I can be if I ever start one. And just to let you know the truth, if for whatever reason, and again, it's not happening anytime soon, but for whatever reason, if I end up starting charity, the whole plan is to help out as many people in the Middle East as possible. Just so I can uplift their spirits, because I feel fortunate enough to be here in America and be an American citizen and live my life in America. But unfortunately, there are so many families and children like me who don't have that luxury, unfortunately, and are struggling in the Middle East due to wars, due to politics, due to conflicts, due to all kinds of stuff. And my job isn't to get into that. I don't want to really commentate on what's happening in the Middle East, other than that people are in dire need of help and I want to help them. So that's my plan as to, you know, what happens if I end up succeeding. That's the future goal, is that I hope to start a charity organization that can help Middle Eastern families for the better, you know. I don't expect to change the world with that, nor do I want to. I just want to be able to help people and uplift their spirits and give them hope again. So that's what I intend to do in regards to the future of the channel, and God only knows how long that's going to take, but I'm open, I'm optimistic, and I'm patient. You know, I'm playing a patient game. I just think that I need to be as open as possible, as honest as possible, and as dedicated as possible with how I do YouTube now. I'm done trying to be embarrassed or humiliated personally for my sake, because no matter what I do, I'm gonna the first few videos I make, whatever they may be, even if they have a good impact, are not going to be the best. They're not going to be professional, and they're not going to be the greatest. And I've accepted that, you know. I finally have told myself it's okay. It's those first 100 videos that suck, but that pave the path for you to take to reach your goals. So I just said, you know what? Let's just go with it. Let's see where life takes me if I dedicate myself to being on YouTube a large portion of the time. And like I said, that the second channel that I have, that's going to be my mandatory channel, and I'm trying, or at least I'm trying to tell myself, try and get a daily upload. You know, just upload at least one video a day. Even if it sucks, even if it's unscripted, even if it isn't planned, even if it's only for like 5 minutes, just go in there and do it, you know? It's better for you to, you know, keep at it than to not do it at all, even if it sucks, even if it isn't professional. Just work with what you got and hope for the best, and be patient. That's the other thing, you know. A lot of YouTubers, they end up like myself, they end up not continuing with YouTube because they aren't patient enough. But patience is key. Patience is a virtue, my young Padawan. And I feel like if I just stay patient enough and hopeful, something's bound to happen for the best, you know, as long as I keep my morals and don't go off the rails with my with who I am on YouTube. But yeah, no, that's really about it. I've been recording for almost half an hour now, and I think now is a better time than ever to just tell all of you that, you know, I'm moving on, and moving on for the better. But that doesn't mean I'm abandoning YouTube as a whole. That doesn't necessarily mean I am not doing YouTube anymore. It just means that I'm going in a new direction and starting over, so that way I don't lose myself, nor do I go all over the place with what I'm uploading. I'm just concise, as clear as I can be, and the intent is that when I start my second channel, I will be commentating and talking about all kinds of topics in the real world or in news or whatever is, like, you know, new and whatnot. So yeah, I just and that leads me to my next point, which is, let me know what you guys want me to talk about. Like, I'm open to pretty much anything, as long as I have experience or I've done the research and I'm aware of the certain topic. But I want to talk about a lot of things, you know, mental health, what's in the news, you know, what stuff about me and what I think about, you know, the life and how I've lived my life, and, you know, my past and whatnot, and even some of the stuff, the projects that I want to produce and I plan to produce, and what I should do for my podcast. And that's another thing. I still plan to do the Fire Alarm podcast. As much as I hate saying it, I might have like a separate channel just for the podcast entirely, but I plan to like transform my bedroom into a podcast studio whenever it's convenient for me. But as of now, I'm doing most of my podcast at my community college, where they have a podcasting booth, a recording booth for me to do my podcast in. But it's been working out great so far. I had a guest recently who I will be talking about quite a lot, but we did an interview. He did a TED Talk. I'll have it uploaded as soon as I can, but as of right now, I just wanted to make this video just to explain myself. But no, I have a lot of plans. You know, I plan to do a lot of film projects. I plan to do go to a lot of events, work more with radio and whatnot. But and obviously the charity plan, as I've mentioned, and yeah, there's just a lot that I have on my mind in terms of what I want to do on YouTube. I just haven't been able to do it, and that's just on me telling myself, like, being nervous and not wanting to do it, or not knowing how to do it, or not being convenient enough to do it. But now is the better time than ever to just sit down, talk to you guys, tell you where I've been, what I've been doing, and what's the plan forward. And I think I've done that already. You know, I think I'm more than confident than ever to just let all the fear, anxiety, and embarrassing moments just go, and just focus on what I can do best and improve upon it. And yeah, that's really all I've wanted to say. But like I said, I'll leave a link in the description below for the new channel. I don't know if I'll upload a video for it today or not. I might, but from now on, I think I'm just going to focus on that second channel, just so I can start fresh, just so I can, have a clear, organized path that I can follow with the type of content that I'm going to be producing, and not just go crazy with whatever video I think works best, that is convenient for me to make, and just, yeah, work it from there, honestly. But yeah, that's all I've wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for everything that you've done, and thank you to the patient ones that, you know, have genuinely just waited for me to upload. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to, you know, get back into it, but now I think I'm gonna change gears, move on to something more concise and more appreciative for me to do, instead of just contemplating, you know, why I'm even doing YouTube in the first place. Just start over, start from fresh, and just work with what you got, and just, you know, pray for the best, I guess. Yeah. But that's all I've wanted to say, and I just wanted to make that quick video just to tell you where I'm going to be on from right now. But yeah, AH Adams, just capital A, capital H Adams, with the capital A as well. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you over there. Take care, guys. See ya.